Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Juditha, and on this channel we talk about your mindset, we talk about your beliefs, your thoughts, your fears. We talk about all those inner things that matter when you're trying to create your dream life, because I'm trying to do the same thing. So with that being said, let's get into today's topic. We are going to talk about how you can become comfortable in the present moment no matter what life looks like right now, while also looking forward to the future and all the things that you have the potential to build and to have and to be, right? Because when you decide that you want to recreate your life, like when you sit down and you realize that, this life, I don't want it anymore. Like, I want something bigger. I have dreams, and all I need is a push to commit to them. All I need is that push to really believe in myself. Like, if you have dreams and goals that you want to attain, then the easiest way to get there is by just feeling good about where you are, because when you enter a vibration of gratitude for the present moment, everything comes easier. The journey to the bigger goals, they come easier. That's exactly how it's worked for me. Like, I definitely am not where I want to be as far as like my final, or not even my final goal, but as far as like the bigger goals I have in life. But in the meantime, like, I've gotten to a place where life feels good right here, like where I feel lucky right now, where I feel successful right now. And that in itself is a battle, because if you consistently measure success based on what society told you, if you consistently measure success based on what maybe even your family tells you it looks like, what your friends, your teachers, if you are going to base success on something else outside of you, and you are not paying attention to the way you feel, then it will take you a long time to feel successful. Like, you won't feel successful until you're being praised by people, until someone is looking you in the face and telling you you're successful now, right? Success is not one thing. Success is you have these goals and you set them. Like, even if it's small goals, every time you accomplish a smaller goal that's leading you to that bigger goal in your life, that is you being successful, okay? You get to choose. Like I say all the time, you get to choose that, and you get to make sure that you're actually focusing on how you feel rather than how your life looks. If I were to wake up one day and realize that the life I've been living is not the life I want anymore, here's exactly what I would do to start to become comfortable with exactly where I am, so that my vibration raises to match the goals and the dreams that I have. First thing I would do is I would look around at my life and look at anything that is causing me like immediate stress or like worry, or anything that is causing me immediate negative emotion. Look at that in your life, because it's time to break that shit down and dissect how can we get past this, okay? When it comes to figuring out solutions to the problems that you have, like, let's just get it through our heads right now that sometimes the solution isn't always going to be the ideal one. It's not going to be the one that you actually, would have preferred. But when you're in this space in between where you are and where you want to be, sometimes you have to sacrifice some things. Like, for me, when I was in a financially tight spot, I realized I couldn't afford the apartment I was living in anymore. Like, so what I did was I moved back home. I called my mom. She said, "Of course you come home, baby." So I went home. No, it wasn't my first choice, but it's what I had to do. And because I did it, now I get to experience the benefits of going back home, saving more money, waiting until I was ready, right? So like I said, that choice wasn't necessarily one I wanted to take, but it was a solution to the problem that I had. Whatever it is in your life right now, even if it's your job or lack of a job, whatever it is, start by listing those problems, because we have to figure out a way to solve those problems first. That is how I did it. I looked at the things that were stressing me, and then I decided, am I doing enough to solve this problem? Because I was tired of complaining. Complaining never solved the problem for me. Crying about it never solved the problem for me. Stressing never solved the problem for me. So I told myself, these are the problems, and in order for me to get to a comfortable place, I have to figure out a way to solve them, or at least be on my way to solving them. So do the same thing with your problems. List them out and figure out exactly what you can do to solve them, and make yourself think, okay? Don't get caught in I don't know how. Don't get caught in I need this, I need that, because right where you are is where you're supposed to be. And exactly what you have, that is what you're supposed to have. Like, the people in your life, I'm talking physical, mental, whatever it is that you have within you and outside of you, it's all a vibrational match to the person you are right now. So that means that you already have everything that you need to get to the next step, the very next best version of you, okay? You don't have to try to jump in to a version of you that you don't even recognize because you're not there yet. Let's go ahead and take it slow, because that is how you build sustainable change. That is how you build change that's going to last over time. You start with one thing, and then two, and then three, and then four, okay? So start there. List those problems, figure out what you can do, and do not get caught in the I don't know how. Do not become a victim of your circumstances. Decide that you're going to get out of it, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get to that comfortable place, okay? Now, the second thing that you're going to do, once you have figured out what your problems are, you figured out solutions. Not all the solutions are going to come overnight, and not all of them are going to fix your problems overnight. But you have to open the possibility in your mind, okay? Do not underestimate the power of you first having the belief that these problems can be solved. Because once you believe that they can be solved, the door is going to open up in your mind. The universe is going to say, oh, word? Okay, let me give her some solutions. So that is how it works. Just make sure that you at least set that intention, that you know if you try, if you really, really put in that effort and that belief, the solutions will come to you, okay? The second thing is to build gratitude around the things that you already have. Now, I have a whole video already on gratitude, so I'm not going to get into this one too much. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to be grateful for what you have. And it sounds so cliche. Like, it sounds like, yeah, I've heard this already. Be grateful, blah, blah, blah. But no, like, you really have to be grateful for the things that you have, because I don't feel like as human beings we make a big deal out of the little things enough. Like having a bed to sleep in, having electricity, having internet. Like, a lot of people who complain about the life they have, they're doing it from an iPhone. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it from behind a smartphone. And I bet you have Netflix. I bet you have Peacock. I bet you have Hulu. Like, there's so many things and privileges that you have that somebody probably can't afford to have. So you have to look for those things and be grateful. And don't be grateful just because, oh, I get it, I have it, somebody else doesn't, I should be grateful. No, be grateful because it is truly a blessing to have those things. It's truly a blessing to, shoot, if you have a peace of mind, like, that is a blessing to have, okay? So start to look for the little things in your life that you can be grateful for, because then you're just training your mind to keep looking for the good. So, like, no matter what happens to you, your mind is gonna automatically go to, okay, but what is the good in this? What can I be grateful for because this happened to me? Okay? Now, the third thing that you want to do, now this is so important, okay? Come here. Closer. You have to do the things that you actually desire to do, okay? Not the things that you think you have to do, not the things that you think you need to do, the things that you want to do, okay? The things that you have a desire in your heart to do. Because when you tap into that, like when you start following your desires, the things that you truly, truly want to do with your life, the things that you want to experience, you literally unlock something like within yourself, something within your soul that is connected and like bounded to this universe. And it just like propels you forward into that life. Like when you are making decisions that please you before you are looking to please anybody else, like when you're true to yourself, oh my God, like it's magic, okay? You literally will not believe your eyes the things that will happen for you when you step out of your comfort zone to do the things that you feel called to do, right? Not a lot of people in this lifetime are going to be able to say, I created my dream life. Like I lived my dream life. I created my dream career. I had my dream family, my dream house. There's not going to be a lot of people in this world who can say that on their deathbed. And that's because not everybody is built to have the belief in themselves like that. Like not everybody is built to have the confidence. Not everybody is built to look at poverty, grow around people who have the worst mindset, the worst money mindset, and still come up from that, rise above it, learn more about who they really are. Like not a lot of people are willing to do that. But if you are here on this video, then that means that you are. Okay, you are one of the few who you have the opportunity to live your dream life. All you have to do is literally believe in it, okay? Believe in it enough that you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to learn whatever you have to learn to get there. But just know that the more you ignore the things that you really desire to do, is the more discomfort you're gonna feel in your life, okay? It's the more dis-ease you're gonna feel. It's the more you're gonna feel unsatisfied with where you are. Like, you will be happy for a little while. Like, let's say you start something, it's not exactly what your heart desired to do, but it's something that somebody told you would make you a lot of money, and you do it, right? Eventually, the money isn't going to be enough to sustain you. It's just not. I've seen it happen. I have mentors and coaches who talk about their own experiences. Like, eventually the money will not be enough for you, and you don't get that now. When you're standing in a place of poverty, you can't understand how money won't fix your problems. And I get it. Like, I get it. Like, whatever you lack, you think that having that thing is what will bring you happiness. And what I'm trying to tell you is, if you have the happiness first, it'll bring you everything else. By default, who you are, the attraction, like your energy, will literally start to attract the things that you want, okay? So it is that simple. All that has to change for everything to change is you. So that is it for today's video. I know it was short and sweet. I wanted to just keep it simple today, but I hope you boomed today because I know I did. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.